Hey, welcome back to another episode of Tarot Investigation with your girl, Chanel. Today we're going to be still investigating the case of Shanquella Robinson. You guys know I had this case on my desk for a while, and don't worry, it may seem like we're just sitting back doing nothing, but we've been investigating, okay? Now, we're going to do an update, give you guys an update on what's going on. Now, you guys, you probably have been already updated on what's going on in the news when it comes to Shanquella. She has a lawyer now on the case. I think his name is Ben Crump, if I'm not mistaken. And he's a high power attorney. But he also is so high powered that he's working on a lot of other cases. But nonetheless, he's still working on Shanquella's Robinson case, and it's still in the news. So that means that her family is still fighting for her. That is great. Now, I kind of went back and kind of dug up some things in the case just to kind of see, just go back from the beginning and kind of retrace our steps, if you will. And that's what I did. So we have the case of Shanquella Robinson, and they label this. Now, you know that this incident happened and occurred in Mexico, Cabo, Mexico, to be exact, in a luxury villa while she was celebrating a friend's birthday. A bunch of friends went to Mexico to celebrate. Don't sound like a good time. Sound like, what can possibly go wrong? They're friends. Well, were they friends? Because Shanquella didn't return back from the trip. Now, over here, that would have just been considered, because they came back and said it was an accident, and we kind of found out that it wasn't an accident, that there was video footage that she got into a fight with someone at the party or at the villa. So, that video went viral. And Mexico took over, and they labeled this a femicide, or a feminicide. And I decided, okay, now what exactly is a feminicide? Now, I've been hearing people's definition on it, so I wanted to go and find out my own definition on it. So I went and I pulled up the definition, and this is exactly what the definition said on Google, girl. Okay, so it says, it's two ways to say it. You can say femicide or feminicide. But that is the K wording. Okay, you see this word here. That is the K wording of a woman or girl, in particular by a man, and on account of her agenda. Her gender. So I wondered, like, okay, so how did that, equate to Shanquella Robinson case? Why would you call it a femicide versus a homicide? Well, in Mexico, they are focused on, they starting to become one of the countries that's focused on the situations that's occurring when it comes to women. And, it's like a lot of violence is happening to women because they are women. Because it's like women are looked at as, or was looked at, I don't know why they looked at us like that, but women was looked at as lower class, or, girl, they said we just was able to vote not too long ago and stuff like that. So you guys know what women have all gone through, and women have fought for the rights to have rights. So in Mexico, they label it as femicide and feminicide. But as I was looking in the United States, I was having a hard time finding, I found the definition, but I was having a hard time finding a lot of articles on femicide in the United States. But I did run across this article, the silent epidemic of femicide in the United States, or in America. I read an article about that, and it was telling us how, in Mexico, they're focused on femicide, and they only, in 2019, they had 975 cases against women. Versus in the United States, they had over almost 3,000. It was 2,919 to be exact in the United States in 2020. And it's almost like the United States don't like to speak about different stuff like that, And if you a woman, if you ever called the police on a man, or filed a report on a man, honey, they almost be wanting to, number one, they'll doubt you. Number two, it's almost like you got to prove it. It's like, how can I prove? You want me to videotape him abusing a woman while you being abused? It's like, how is that possible? I mean, it's like they want you to do the impossible to prove it. And then even when that case, when the guy beat up his baby mama and threw her against the TV, she had video footage, and he went and served, I think, only 6 months and got out. It's like, are you serious? So it's like, even if you do have video footage, It, are they really going to be on your side? Okay. In this case, there was video footage. Okay, and it was showing that there was a person who everybody labeled as Dejanay Jackson that was fighting Shanquella in the video. So you got video footage that she was being fought by a so-called woman. So why would you label it as a femicide when you know it was a woman fighting a woman? Or was it? Okay, so you know there was a big debate on Twitter whether or not Dejanay was a woman or a man. Well, Mexico felt like she was a man. Okay, because number one, they had several reasons for saying it, and they stuck to it because they still label it as a femicide. Okay, but as you see in the United States, they have a silent epidemic when it comes to femicide. So they're not, which means they're not speaking on it. So who are the suspects in this case? You know, we had a list of suspects. We called them the Cabo Six. There was Khalil, that was so-called her best friend. We had Nazir. Girl, you know their names. I'm not going to name the criminals' names. Okay, so it's like, but when they filed the femicide case, they didn't name anyone. And you know that once they filed a court order or a warrant, there has to be a name there. But there was, clearly there's no name. It says it's unnamed. So they did not name this so-called Dejanay person. So we wonder, like, who are these people? Where did you get these names from? Okay, we got these names from a so-called source. Okay, I won't call it a reliable source, but I'm going to say it's a source. And they said that it came from a person named Gerald Jackson, named these suspects, gave the name of these people. Okay, Gerald Jackson. Who is Gerald Jackson? He is over the NC Beats, okay, which is a online platform where he so-called write articles, and he's on the outside looking in. He said he's helping families who don't have help. Okay, he giving a voice to the voiceless, or is he? Or okay, he giving a voice, or is he blackmailing and extorting them allegedly? Because he has a history of that. Okay, he just was on probation for doing just that. Okay, extorting a lawyer out of all people. So if this person got the kahunas to extort a lawyer, a person who knows the law, you know he don't have a problem with extorting somebody that's a braider, okay, allegedly. So this person right here, Gerald Jackson, has a background, okay. Check out my other videos on this person if you want to know about his background, but we're not going to get into that today, not too deeply, okay. But we do need to talk about it, because for us to find out who these suspects are, this Gerald Jackson is the one who gave us the suspect's name. And if you read on Gerald Jackson, he's also been known to give names of people that he either worked with or he dealt with, give false names. He even gave himself false names. He have many aliases that he uses. But he's the one who broke this story. He's the one who also leaked the footage. He said, it's like, where did you get the footage? We don't know. He's the one who was able to get in contact with the family. How did you get in contact with the family? Okay. He said he got his resources. Okay, fine. He had just recently got released from jail from serving his time from extorting a lawyer. So therefore he had plenty of time to pick out his next victim, allegedly, or his next story. Let's say his next story. Okay. So he went out, okay, and this is just me investigating. This is what I've come up with my investigation. This is my intuitive, because this is an intuitive tarot investigation. So I'm using my intuitive reading. I'm going to use my cards and my intuition, period. So, and it's my opinion. This is my channel. And this is what we do over here, okay, because I'm trying to help the family. And this is just what I'm thinking. Now, I came across Gerald Jackson one time because, of course, I was investigating the case, and he came across the YouTube screen. He came across the screen. And, you know, and he was sitting up in a dark room looking very suspect. And I'm like, why is he in a dark room? Because, you know, one thing we're going to worry about is lighting. We need lighting over here, okay? That's what we need if we don't need nothing else. And he had absolutely hardly any light, and people were just watching and tuning in, and then he was breaking stories. So people was appreciative of him of putting his story out there, until we dug a little different and saying he got a history of doing this. He got a history of creating a story and blackmailing people to try to keep the story from going viral. Allegedly, again, this is all alleged. Okay, these are his mugshots, so it's real. But again, okay, so the point of me bringing him up is we want to know who gave us the names to the suspects. Well, that was him. Okay, but are these suspects' names even real? Because the FBI or anybody in these documents, none of these documents are listing this Daejhanae Jackson. And it's like we saw Daejhanae attacking her. So it's like, why are they not labeling Daejhanae? Well, when I went to look up on Google, okay, my assistants that I may have to fire today, I go to Google to look up, okay, so I looked up what is femicide. Femicide, of course, is the K-wording of women by men. So I said, what is it called when a transgender K-words a woman? Google act like they did not understand what I said. The only stories that came up was about violence against transgender. No violence that transgender was doing. So I was like, okay, let me go back and look at my search and make sure I didn't mistype anything. I said, so I asked Google again, what is it called? Because you already told me what it's called when men do it against women. What is it called when a transgender commits the K word against a woman? Again, Google did not come up with any article, not one article about what that's called. Not one word, not nothing. They didn't even have a definition for it. They said that they didn't even give me femicide. They could have gave me femicide. They didn't, because they don't want to call a transgender a man. They rather call it a woman. And it's like, why? Because a transgender can be a man too. Don't people form from being a woman to a man sometimes? But they didn't even consider that. So that didn't come up at all. They were just talking about violence against transgender. Okay. So that was like, now that's when I'm starting to see the silence, okay, epidemic that's going on in the United States, in America. I'm starting to see it. It's starting with Google. Honey, Google clearly is a man. So I'm like, okay, so they were saying Daejhanae could possibly be a transgender. And then, everybody like, no. Everybody was speaking on except the transgender community. They didn't say nothing about it because they know what they know. So what I'm thinking is, me being an investigator, it's like very confusing that I look at a video and I see a woman, a heavy duty woman now, what we think is a woman. Okay, because Gerald said this person's name is Daejhanae. Now, Gerald also said that he got in touch with Daejhanae's mom, got in touch with Daejhanae's auntie. Okay, so he got in touch with Nazir. He got everybody's phone number, but nobody ain't suspecting him at all for some reason. Okay, I don't know why people being silly. So he got everybody's phone number. He right there in North Carolina. But okay, so he a hero. So, a neighborhood hero. So again, this neighborhood hero is the one who gave us all these false names. I'm gonna say false name because he got a history of giving out names that are not real. Okay, and for the simple fact that we have a hard time finding these people information, these people are not being arrested because these people are probably innocent. These people are probably just minding their business, and he done gave out their name. Okay, because we also know that some of those phone numbers that was on that information belong to other people, and those people have to make posts and say, please stop calling me because this is not her phone number anymore. Okay, these people are not, I am not this person. Okay, so we already know there was false information that was given out. If you check out one of my videos, the only person that gave a real phone number was Shanquella. Everybody else's phone number was either a burner phone or a false phone. There also came out reports that there was another person that came into that was on that trip that was unnamed. And it's like, okay, well, could it have been Gerald? Because how did he get the footage? Well, they say, well, it couldn't have been Gerald because Gerald was so-called on probation. So Gerald don't supposed to go out of North Carolina. He ain't supposed to leave out of North Carolina at all. Well, that person that was on that video kind of look like Mr. Gerald Jackson. Okay, so allegedly, okay, it just the bill and just the build of that person. And I also learned, because girl, I'm new to what's going on in these streets. I didn't know. I just learned that all these black women were getting BBL. I did not know this. I did not know the whole time that black women were going up on the knife to get BBLs, get surgeries. I thought that these girls were actually working out. I swear I was so delusional to it. The last few years, I just learned. Well, I learned over the last few years that this is what these girls have been doing, because come to find out they've been doing it on so-called, they've been creating black market Instagram posts and communicating. So that's why you don't know. But anyway, off that subject. So also these girls are also known for doing face tuning and also known for doing body tuning. So come to find out you can body tune a video. Who knew? Well, if you look at the video is not of the best quality. It's like, why is the video not of quality right now, especially in 2022, 2023? Okay, everything is of high quality. Well, this video was not high quality. Could it possibly have been that Dejanay was face tuned and body tuned in this video? And as you see, the person did not have a wig on, but as you saw that when the bunny came off, this person had braids that came from the front to the middle of their head. Okay, almost like this how Gerald wear his hair, or he's growing it out. His hair was cut on the side, and then at the top he had hair. So if he was to braid his hair back and put on a wig, that's how his hair would look, just like Dejanay was in that fight. Okay, with that little bit of twig ponytail bun back there, that little braided bun that was stuck in the back of his head from the braid. Okay, that's if that, because think about it, they have listed extra a warrant, but they have not listed a person name. And look at this name. Who would name their child that? Dejanay. This is a name that's been made up. This person has a name called Arnay. His name is Arnez Jackson, RJ Jackson. RJ is no different from Dejanay with a couple of letters. This, you can just tell that it's just a bunch of letters thrown together. And if a person was transgender or transitioning, which they really being lazy with it, because it's like, go ahead, girl. If you're gonna really transform, get a real vagina, baby. Don't just put on a wig and no nails and talk about you a woman. No, baby, go ahead and get that vagina. Because if you go on TikTok, honey, they say a vagina hurt. Okay, so again, like I say, they say so this could possibly be a transgender. We could be looking for a woman, and it's a whole man that's walking around out there. And the fact that the United States or nobody else or Google act like they don't understand that it's crimes that's going on where people are labeling themselves a woman, and then they go and commit crimes as a woman, and then go take the wig off and start walking around the world as a man, and vice versa. So with that being said, because this person definitely got the same type of nose. Okay, if you put some lashes on him, it'll weigh his eyes down a little bit more. Eyebrows are definitely the same. Okay, one would think that they were cousins. They could very well be cousins. They could be kinfolks. But the way this person's name is spelled, the fact that I did a check on this person right here was investigated by the feds for voting, some type of her voter registration was denied. So I don't know if this person walked around as a Dejanay for probably months or years, and then had to transition back over and decided since they committed a crime as Dejanay, they're going to definitely stay as a man right now, allegedly. Okay, because I was not there. This is just me speculating as a investigator. Okay, using my intuition. This is what I'm picking up. Now I want to know what's the energy around Shanquella and this guy, Gerald Jackson. Because you could tell that Shanquella was waking up out of her sleep. You could tell that the way the people was posted up in that room, all the friends, or so-called friends, were on one side, while this particular Dejanay person was standing over there when Shanquella ready to fight against the door. She couldn't even get out the door. So this person was standing up against the door, and they said, "You're gonna at least fight back?" And she said no, because she knew she was fighting the whole man. It's like, you're gonna wake me up? It's like, what's the point of this? Okay, and then you'll ask yourself, well, why won't the other ones come forward and tell on him? Well, the thing about the way Shanquella was towed up, the way her vertebrae was damaged, you can tell they all jumped in there. They all had to get their hands wet. Okay, and the reason why they're protecting this person, allegedly, if it was him, if he played Dejanay, is because he's not even supposed to be out of North Carolina. He's supposed to be somewhere in North Carolina because he's on probation. So that's one, a violation. Number two, he the one who being recorded doing it, but he forgot his wig. He was so anxious to go fight this girl that he forgot his wig. Okay, and he knew he couldn't get caught. And so since they were recording him doing it, I feel like the plan was to record Dejanay, this unknown Dejanay doing it. Okay, face tune, body tune. Okay, but you don't forgot your wig. Okay, you ain't even thinking. Your evilness, your anger is just out just to the point that you can't even think straight. You forgot your wig. Okay, because the people in Cabo said that this person was taking a wig on and off. A wig ain't comfortable. Okay, so He was taking his wig on and off, but then you forgot to put your wig back on. That's why a couple of those blows that he was throwing at Shanquella, or she or he or whatever it is, but Mexico said it's femicide, which means it's a man, so I'm gonna say man, that Dejanay was throwing at him, throwing at her. He kept that bunny on, covering his face. And you know, if a bunny or anything in your face, you're gonna snatch that off and keep on fighting. And that's what he did, snatched it off, because he was in the heat of the moment. And that's when we saw the braids, okay, the ones that he been rocking. But he keep his hair covered up for some reason, okay, until he grow his hair out. He keeping his hair covered up on everything. Keep a hat on, pulled all the way down to his forehead, and he keep a some type of hair wrap always on, because he don't want you, because he know that his head was exposed, okay. So, and again, this is allegedly, okay, this is allegedly. This is my intuition, because I'm investigating the case. Now, Shanquella, okay, then fight this person back, because you know you're not going to fight a man, a transgender, whatever it is, okay, because the person that was considered as Dejanay that we saw was doing the push-ups and doing up, you can tell that that probably was a woman, but you can definitely tell that person was not the same person that was fighting Shanquella. That person that was doing the push-ups had a feminine type body. The one that was fighting Shanquella was not, did not. The person that fighting Shanquella had a sturdy, stout back, okay, everything. And then with the face, with the body tune, it kind of tuned up to try to make the legs look small and stuff like that. Tried to make the body look a little smaller, but it's like, no, you still look weird. It's out of proportion, okay. That's why everybody confused about it being a man, because your intuition are telling you it was a man. Follow your intuition. Now we're gonna pull some energy card between what's going on between Shanquella. What do Shanquella know about Gerald Jackson? Do she probably don't even know him, okay. He probably got released and came straight in. They probably, the Cabo people probably let him into the villa. He probably even had another. He probably won't even stand at the villa, and he can't, or he or she, Dejanay, he or she, it's definitely a he, came to the villa with the intention of being recorded as this so-called unknown Dejanay, okay? Because they knew they were giving fake names. They knew they were giving fake numbers. They knew they were going. They knew they were going to give everything fake. But the only thing that was going to be real was this recording. And since the Dejanay character came in and did the fighting, they recorded it. But they all had to get their hands wet. They all had to get a lick in, get a stomp in, get a something in, so they won't tell on each other. That's why they're so quiet right now. And the whole point was for him to extort. You know, because remember, his face wasn't supposed to be nowhere on it. He's just going to be the face of the newscast. Okay, and that's how he got his footage, because somebody probably held his phone and recorded it. And that's what, like, you ready, okay, go. That's why it was all a setup. Only person that was not privy to this setup information was Shanquella. So let's see, let's find out the energy for, because Shanquella may or may not know. I just want to know what's the energy between Shanquella and Gerald Jackson. What is the energy between these two? The death card, okay, off top. Look at somebody already on the ground, okay. It already been K-word, okay. And then you got somebody here. So this death card is saying, yeah, this person either came in, he had something to do with the death. If he didn't come in and do it himself, he came in and with and then the fact that you're coming in waving a flag, it's supposed to be a white flag if you coming in for good. You've got a black flag with a flower on it, okay, which means it's, girl, what is that? Flower of life. Is that you coming in as the savior? You coming in as the savior. You coming in as the God complex, because you came in because you the one came in and did it, and you coming in as the person that's going to so-called save the day. It's like, and it's some kind of God complex I'm picking up with this death card. I see somebody, you know, almost thanking him for saving the day, because look how black everything is, but then the sun's semi coming up. We got somebody young here. I see young people here with a flower begging. It's like, I don't know if Shanquella begged for them to not to do this, or begged for her life. And they walked over. It just walked over her and didn't care. because they have a mission, a fast mission, have a purpose. Came in with the death card. Whew. What else? What else you want to tell us about Gerald Jackson with Shanquella? We got the Ten of Swords. I mean, not the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Cups in reverse. Okay, came in and broke up this girl. Happy home, happy life. Again, I'm seeing a baby. I don't know if Shanquella was pregnant. I don't know if she was expecting. But we got the Ace of Swords with the truth. But then at the same time, frustrated too. You frustrated and you coming in with the truth. You got the truth, and you got the truth for the family. But not the real truth. It's like you coming in to tell the truth, but you're not telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth. You ain't telling that you was there. You ain't telling that you came in and you had a hand in this. Okay? But all you doing is coming in and speaking on the death and so-called putting exposure on the death. But then look at the person who's coming in on the horse with the head covered up. Only thing is their face, part of their face showing. Just like he does when he first started his broadcasting of Shanquella. Now his head is real big. Now, you know, he done moved on to other stories. He feel like he in the free and clear. But he definitely had something to do with the death. Okay, not definitely, allegedly, girl, because I don't know until the situation come out, till we solve the case. I was not there, so I can't say definitely nothing. But the cards are saying that came in waving, not the white flag, the black flag, okay? And I feel like Shanquella begged for him not to do this, begged for her, almost begged for her life. And it's like, I just see stomping. See how the horse is stomping on that person down there? I just see stomping a lot of, and you see how the sun coming up in the sun coming up, like the sun ain't quite up, but it's coming up. And it's like that's when he showed up. That's when this Dejanay person showed up. This transgender, this man-like thing. You don't know what it is, because you don't know what that is. You can assume it's a man. Okay, it could have been a woman up on that thing. You don't know what that thing coming in on that horse. But then you coming in, you got the black flag. Okay, you're doing something that night. But then as the sun coming up, you waving that flag as if you're the savior. You the person that's gonna save the family. But you the one caused this Ten of Cups to be in reverse. You the one caused them to lose their child. You the one that caused this. You know the truth. You know the truth because you manifested this. You created this. You came up with a plan. Plot and plan. And because of frustration. It's a lot of frustration here. Now, why you was frustrated with this girl? Did you know this girl? Did you know Shanquella? And it's like you know the truth, but yet you're not speaking the truth. It's like a hollow victory. And then you coming in with the cups. This situation coming in with the Knight of Cups, man to 25 years old, or you know, with the Knight, still again coming on this horse, making an offer, coming in on this horse as if you this white horse again, but this horse starting to get gray. This horse starting to look down. This horse starting to feel like, baby, we may not. The more we come through, we may not be believed, honey. We may not be. They may not be trusting us this time. Okay, but it's still coming in, making this offer of this cup. Now, I don't know if you came in and gave somebody something or offered somebody something, or you offered help, but you left this Five of Cups situation. This overseas, over water. And you probably, and it's showing that you went over water, overseas to do this, to spill this cup, to cause this issue. It's like you coming in as a good guy but can't be trusted. You coming in with a cup, but then you taking more than you giving. You have taken more than you have given. But then it says there's two cups behind, right here, the savage. There's going to be something that's savage here from this situation. I feel like Shanquella is not going to, her life is not going to be lost in vain. There is going to be something that's going to come from this situation, from this horrible, toxic situation, that's going to bridge this gap between the United States and maybe even Mexico. Okay, because it's not going to be all in vain. But again, we got this death card that's coming in with this cup, coming in making an offer. Okay, but then you see this small stream of water coming in. You have very little emotions and feelings towards the situation, but yet you got a cup to offer. No emotions, no empathy. Okay, you could tell by his stories. Give me more about this death card. What do I need to know about this death card and with Shanquella and Gerald Jackson? Again, he coming in fast with this Knight of Swords energy, destructive, very mental disorder, almost like ADHD, coming in fast, not thinking. Okay, but then we got this giving and receiving. Okay, with the Page of Cup, with the Page of Pentacle in reverse. Okay, come in giving and receiving with the Six of Pentacles. It's like you're trying to give and receive, but this Page of Pentacles in reverse. Came in fast. Okay, paid people off. Paid with the Six of Pentacles. Came in, and it seemed like he came in and did the payment, made the payments to Mexico. If any payments were given out, he was given out to Mexico. It's like two people here with their hands out, giving, maybe even paying the team. Okay, everybody give and receive. Everybody giving they part in it, playing their part in this. Okay, almost like receiving compensation, but then it's not the compensation they wanted. So with this Page of Pentacle in reverse, it didn't come out, it didn't go according to plan. So they may have to go to the plan A didn't work out, so they had to go to a plan B. Maybe even a C, but it's like it's in reverse. It was a dumb plan. It was an immature plan. Didn't work out. Because now they may have had a good plan, but because in the heat of the moment things went to the left, okay, and they really had to come up with another plan to work things out. Give me more about this Ten of Cups in reverse, please. Why is this Ten of Cups in reverse for Gerald and Shanquella? Let us know what we need to know so we can help solve this case. Alright. Okay, we got this Devil card. Low vibrational energy. Taking an oath. Now, this with the Family card in reverse, with the happy home, with the happy, it's like everything was happy. Like you came in and turned this girl like upside down. And for what? For jealousy? For greed? For material gain? It's almost giving me a gang activity as well, like being joined together with low vibrational energy or some type of fraternity, either some type of fraternity, some type of gang, but being bound together because of the dark stuff you're doing at night. You're being bound together, and then these people are naked, so they're vulnerable. It's like they know what they know. They know each other. They know how they get down, and they took that oath, that vow of silence, okay? For material gain, for some type of material gain. Three of Swords. Now, maybe somebody had their feelings in it and they got hurt. Okay, we got the Three of Swords energy with somebody either hurt somebody's feelings, broke somebody's heart, or some kind of heart condition. Okay, but this gang of people had a plan to come in, you know, with this, after they tore these people family apart, tore these people life apart. Okay, then they had a plan to come in. But it seems like with the Chariot, it's like the police is gonna find out things coming to light, and things are not. There's no victory here. It was no victory here when they went back, especially when they went back to the family house. Okay, to talk back to the family. Now, I want to know more about how did Dejanay show up. Did Dejanay show up as the person that was doing the push-ups or the person that was doing the fighting? Because the family also let it be known that the news would not allow them to say anybody's name or mention anything like that. So it's like they came on to talk about Shanquella, but not about the suspects, which was silly. It's like that's what we need to hear about, the suspects, so we can locate them, so we can find them, you know. But I'm so concerned that Google in the United States act like they don't understand that transgender men can also hurt women. They don't even think it's possible. They don't even got a definition for it. But Mexico does. And Mexico is sticking to it. Even though people was telling Mexico no, it's like, how y'all gonna tell Mexico no, that's not a man, that's a woman? Like, you wasn't there, you don't know. But Mexico stuck with it. No, it's a femicide. Okay, it was a man that hurt a woman. Okay, and so let's find out more about this devil energy. Why is this devil energy here? What do I need to know about this devil energy? We need to know about there was fighting. It got 5 people here, honey, with their wands, passion and fighting. Okay, yeah, girl, swinging them wands, swinging them things. It seemed like everybody got in on this energy. Again, I told you, nobody was going to leave that room without breaking a neck, breaking a bone, stomping, doing something. Everybody got in on it. That's why they're quiet. They're not speaking on it. Okay? We got judgment here. It's like judgment day is coming for these people, for these 5 people, these people who took this oath. But then again, it seems like it's like these people praise. Okay, they probably praise the same type of God. Okay, it's like they pray. They probably it's almost giving me some type of spiritual code with the 8 of Pentacles, because it's like this, like some type of game, some type of street activity. It's like something they do for money. They come up with ideas. It's like Gerald come up with the ideas allegedly while he's sitting up in his cell. Okay, he can't go outside. Okay, not for that year he was serving for extortion. And it's like they all came together to come up with this plan, this low vibrational devil plan, and they all took this oath. Now it's almost like praising. They praise. They made some kind of praise. I don't know if they giving me ritual. Okay, because they fighting for money with this jealous energy. A lot of jealous energy here with this 3 of Swords. Give me more about this 3 of Swords energy here for Gerald and Shanquella. Okay, so this definitely is about somebody finding out something with this High Priestess. Somebody finding out something. Either she's seeing something on the internet or in a phone, in some type of device or something. Okay, this also could be some type of, it could be a spiritual leader, a tarot reader. Okay, but she knows something about lovers. Something that happened with a lover that broke her heart, tore her world upside down. This also could be the family being brokenhearted. Okay, this could be somebody that Shanquella also dated or slept with or had some type of intimate relationship with, or thought she had some type of intimate relationship with. She could have found out something, okay, that led to this 3 of Swords energy that caused this friendship, relationship, this family to be in reverse, to be no longer happy, to be no longer perfect, because things probably was perfect the way things was before, and somebody probably changed, somebody got jealous. Okay, somebody found out some truths, somebody saw somebody's real true colors. Okay, found out that 2 people, either 2 people from the opposite became lovers, or it could be somebody that Shanquella was was in a love affair with. But it seems like these people come together for that type of energy. Okay, and it's almost like some type of secret sex cult almost. This is what this is giving me, girl, when this High Priestess next to the lover. Because it's like, what do you know, High Priestess? What all do you know that you're not letting in on? Because you know more than what you're putting on. Okay, your eyes have seen more than what your mouth is saying. So let's find out more about this Ace of Swords energy. Why is this Ace of Swords energy here? Remember, we got this truth. Okay, somebody knowing the truth, finding out the truth. Somebody just hollow victory, but you frustrated. Okay, well, we found out. Okay, somebody was surveying the land with the 2 of Wands advancement. Okay, with some type of sneaky energy, with the 7 of Wands energy coming in. Okay, because with the 2 of Wands energy, it's giving me, you researched this, girl. Shanquella was researched while somebody was locked up, honey, couldn't advance, couldn't move, honey. You was in your cell, baby. You researched this family and you found out all the dirty deeds, okay, and plotted. You know what's going on, but you frustrated in the situation because you're a little paranoid as well. But this was something that was planned. Okay, this was in the works for a minute, and the family got in on it because the family was supposed to be in on it in the first place. It's supposed to be an extortion type of situation. I'm sure it was. Okay, allegedly. Okay, allegedly it could have been an extortion type of situation that's supposed to happen. Things went wrong, or did they go right? But all the major arcana cards are here. Okay, we started off with the major arcana of death. Okay, ending something to start over new for somebody else. Okay, the end of Shanquella's life started off a new career for Gerald. Okay, his name is being mentioned more than it ever been mentioned. A person like him, if he's anything like that Joker, honey, allegedly, he liked the attention he receiving, as long as it's the attention that's showcasing him. Okay, got that devil energy. Working with people that also has that devil energy. Okay, coming in, not thinking, getting to the point you're being very sloppy with what you're doing. Okay, everything that you coming in acting like you care about people just to come in, just to attack them, to cause this issue. So this is something that has been well played. Okay, with these people, honey. These people do this for a living. This game, this low vibrational energy is here. Very sneaky. Came in, studied this girl, came in and probably studied her family as well. And okay, know the truth. Know what's going on. Know everything what's going on. But very frustrated in it as well. Okay. Gonna receive judgment. Best believe that. Okay. Won't be moving forward with victory. I know you wanted to. You tried. Okay. You tried it. All because what? You got caught doing something you ain't got no business. Okay. You caused this lady's world to go upside down. Okay, came in being her friend, came in making offers. Okay, came in wanting what she had. She wasn't giving you what she had. That pissed you off. Okay, you came up with another plan. So it's like, that's the reading for Gerald and Shanquella. And Gerald said, if you want some answers, go through him. And that's what we just did. Okay, so that's going to conclude the reading for Gerald Jackson and Shanquella. This is the update that I have right now. Stay tuned for the next update, because we're going to stay on this until we finally receive justice for Shanquella and for any woman moving forward, period. Okay, catch me on the next video, y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.